I don't have the energy for you today.
Oh, that's sometimes the thought I get when I hear other content creators and some of the videos that they point out, and Twitter and social media for the New York Football Giants. This is Tim. This is New York Giants Straight Talk, powered by Online Big Blue LLC. I love it because I got into it with someone yesterday. And it was funny, though, because we tried to do, we're basically an opinion show. And I try to, mix in a little bit of humor and mix in a little bit of fun. We don't always try to talk about Giants, so I never really feel like we are fully an information show, that we are a little bit more entertainment than everything else. And but one of the things that bugs me is that basically people put out a lot of content and put out things on social media, and they kind of put it out as being fact when they know damn well it's not fact. And then when you call them out for it, they basically tell you, well, you're just upset because our videos got more likes or more views. And it's like, no, it's the fact that you're literally just making shit up. And you literally just tell me you're making shit up, but you still put it out there like it's gospel. And then you get upset when someone tells you, well, you just made that up. That's just my mini rant for today. I just had to get that off my chest. Also, I'm tired and cranky because the dog slept till about 5 o'clock this morning and then decided to get up for the rest of the day. Speaking of people going different places, like our dog did. Oh, Wink Martindale. His name is being bandied about for the Philadelphia Eagles job. Or there's talk that he is under consideration or potential consideration, or that the Eagles do have interest in Wink for their defense coordinator position. I think that's it would be I laugh because the Philly defense has talent. The Philly defense has the ability, has the giddy up to go after the quarterback. They have some issues in their secondary, but I do think that it's the scheme in some regards that, and they also have some older players that they ran this year that was kind of a detriment to their team. And I don't think they adjusted with their injuries. Now, Wink himself, I'm going to tell you right now, is not the master adjuster. I was about to say he's not the masturbator. Sorry. I told you I'm tired and cranky today. He's not the master adjuster when it comes to his defensive philosophy. But because it's always been, like I said, it's the Wink attack. It's always been go after the quarterback. He did lay off the throttle a little bit.
That's what she said.
But he kind of, just always sticks to what he knows. Now the Eagles really could benefit from a guy from the talent they have that's basically blitz happy. They really could benefit from that. They really could probably turn in some of these players into Pro Bowl caliber players if they went to a total attacking style defense. Now they would have to fix issues in their secondary, but you literally could see someone like Wink thriving in Philadelphia. I personally think he should go to Jacksonville. I think that his strong presence is not going to bother Doug Peterson. And I think one of the main reasons that the Jacksonville Jaguars collapsed last year was the injuries, of course, to Trevor Lawrence, but also was because of their defense. And they're another team that's got some guys on the defensive end of the ball. So it would be interesting to see what happens right now. Now, of course, when the Wink and the Giants mutually parted ways, that was back on January 10th, the lawyers, what they're saying for Team Wink, negotiated that Wink would be able to take any job offer he wanted from any other team. The Giants wouldn't have to, but then in turn, the Giants wouldn't have to pay him the $3 million that he was owed in 2024. So there's no roadblock for him to go over into Philadelphia. There's none whatsoever. So it just kind of makes your head scratch a little bit. And then I also laugh because I think to myself, there's always rumors and speculation that we did a whole video on it, that Kafka's not happy. I'm not happy. Well, what are you not happy about? Because you happy because you're not happy because your offense sucked? Because you like Wink didn't adjust to the pieces that you had? And then when you finally did start adjusting with Tommy DeVito and Tyler Taylor, it was too late? I've said it before. He wants to leave. Bye. I'm not going to be upset. I'm not going to be concerned. I'm not going to be one of these whiny people that'll be like, "Oh no, he wants to leave. You want to leave? Leave." It's no great loss. I keep thinking, is Sean McDermott going to be back in Buffalo? And I'm kind of waiting to see if the news comes out. I'm kind of curious to see that. I love how he talked about yesterday how he wanted to have that surprise element on that fake punt. Surprise! But is his days numbered in Buffalo? And we've talked about this before. If his days are numbered in Buffalo, would it be a situation that Brian Daboll may try to force himself out over to the Bills? He's saying, there's some stories and some things coming back. I always go back to Joe Judge because Joe Judge in year 3 was coming back. He was coming back for year 3. Then he went basically crazy. He went batshit crazy and just did things that just didn't make sense and basically got himself fired. Now, I'm not saying what's going on with Wink is what's happening there. Not Wink, with Brian Daboll. That's happening there, that he's just trying to get himself fired. But I find it interesting and that, Brian Daboll always has this love affair with other quarterbacks that aren't his. He talks glowingly about Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, basically his second son. And then you get to Daniel Jones, like, he's our quarterback. And it would just make sense that if Wink really was unhappy, not Wink, I keep saying Wink, when Brian Daboll was really unhappy here in New York, and there really are these issues, would he potentially try to force himself out over to the Bills? Would the Bills maybe reach out to the Giants and offer a trade package to have Daboll and Josh Allen reunited? It's just one of those things you got to think about because of the fact that, like I said, I don't understand what McDermott was thinking. He ran a fake punt rather than giving his all-world quarterback, Josh Allen, a chance to pick up 5 yards. That's not the only reason why they lost the game. And let's keep that straight. That's not the only reason they lost the game. But this is one of those games and one of those situations, again, that McDermott does something, again, that just makes you scratch your head again. And your window is closing in Buffalo. So I think that everything needs to be looked at. I think everything needs to be examined. I love it because he decided that Sean McDermott, he's revealing in the offseason, his offseason plan is the Bills will turn over every leaf. I personally think they should turn over every leaf by getting rid of you because you are a lot of the reasons why you would never go as far as you do. And Sean McDermott is. So why not bring in a new coach? Why not bring in someone that knows the organization? Why not bring in someone that knows the quarterback? Why not bring in someone that could do something maybe a little bit different and help you push the envelope to go a different direction and maybe get over the hump and maybe get to the AFC Championship game? This is, I guess, it's amazing. I saw that Patrick Mahomes has been to every single AFC Championship game since he's took over the starting role. And this was believe this was his first road win. I just think that at this point in time, and then people are gonna be like, well, if Brian Daboll leaves, we could bring in the Belichick. I don't want Belichick. I love Belichick. I don't want a Belichick reunion. When a coach hits that age, it never works out. I always hearken back to the Vince Lombardi days when he took the job over at Washington. Yeah, he died. He died unexpectedly. And that kind of slowed down. That stopped his tenure there, of course. He could have potentially kept building onto the organization. But it wasn't like it was a great winning feat for him to go over into that situation even before the illness. So these reunions or these situations where you bring in the old ball coach, you go back to Steve Spurrier leaving college, taking the Washington job, and that just flamed out. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And I kind of hope the Giants see that. And I kind of hope that if the Giants have an opportunity to maybe make some type of deal to move move Daboll, that's if Buffalo's even interested. Who Lord even knows. But it would be an interesting thing to think about, but it would break up some of your continuity. But you just got to try something different if you're Buffalo. And like I said, it's just coming to a point now that it's expected that you lose early on in the playoffs in Buffalo. Be bold and mighty forces will come to your aid. We always say that. We're going to have a live stream on Tuesday, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I think R0B may be stopping by. We were supposed to do it today, but with the dog and everything going on. That ain't gonna happen. Also, we got a new episode, 2 new episodes of Get Off My Lawn, the Mad Ramblings of a Gen Xer, dropping everywhere, and we're also on Rumble, so make sure you take a look at us for there. Very excited about that. A lot of good content coming. A lot of fun stuff is going to be happening the next 4 months, so make sure you stay tuned, not just for the Giants, but here at the OBB Network. And again, as always, this is Tim. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to ring that bell because you're on the way. That'd be awesome.